Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce GTX 750 Ti 2GB model in Baldur's Gate 3. This one is a point-of-view version of the card. It's a stock version of the 750 Ti, so I overclocked it a little bit over here. We're running it with the latest Nvidia drivers. Yes, this GPU still supports those, very nice. And you can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Up's GPUs. It's almost 10 years old, look at that, my friends. Oh yes, we're gonna have a special 10-year-old video on this card for sure. Anyway, moving on to the left here, to Task Manager, we're pairing it with the i7 4770K. It's not running at these speeds, this is wrong here in Task Manager. It's running at 4.5 gigahertz, and over on the memory tab, we're using 16 gigs of DDR3 dual channel 2400 megahertz RAM. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, first up, let's go over the settings. I'm playing at 720p to start this off, using the lowest settings possible in this game, and we're gonna test it both in the city area of the game as well as in a foresty area by the start of it. Starting off with the city, let's go. And oh, the guy is bugged again. Okay, that's so interesting. We saw the same thing with the GT 1030 as well. Anyway, compared to that GT 1030, it was getting lower 20s right here, or at least mid 20s. This is getting higher 20s and even touching 30 frames per second at times. So while it's not way faster than the GT 1030 like it is in some other titles, it is definitely an improvement, you know. We're getting near 30 FPS on average right now. That's pretty decent, I would say, for a 9-year-old GPU that was kind of entry-level back then. It's a 50 Ti card, you know. Those are entry-level, maybe lower mid-range GPUs in terms of the 50 Ti tier. Gaming GPUs, that is. The GT stuff, they're not really entry-level for gaming. They're just not meant for gaming whatsoever. So that's why the 1030 did a pretty bad job, and that's a PCI Express 3.0 times 4 GPU compared to this one, which is a PCI Express 3.0 times 16 GPU. So the bandwidth is much higher in this one. Hello? Oh, this one is just scared here. Why are we fighting these people? I don't understand. Who are we supposed to be fighting? Oh, that guy over there. Okay, I'm gonna go with ranged. Come on, I can barely see. All right, there we go. I hit that one. All right, can we hit him again? Yes, thank you. Very good, very good. And again, yes, thank you very much. And we missed that one. All right, let's switch to this one. We can't go melee either. This one doesn't have a ranged weapon, so I guess I'm just gonna stay here. And with this one, we're gonna go here and try to hit the bastard. Can we hit the bastard? It's very hard to see with this camera angle here. Maybe I should make it farther away. No, I can only see her feet, basically. Look at that. Where's the last one? Oh, there are more inside. Interesting. Why am I fighting them? I didn't even talk to them or see them even. 1% lows are pretty bad right now because of those stutters that we're seeing. Those could be CPU related, but I'm not really too sure at this point. GPU usage is always maxed out as well. I think the i7 does a pretty good job of not bottlenecking this card. Alright, finally we can attack him from here. Alright, there we go, good stuff. Let's go, Karlak. Another one. Didn't even do the little animation for some reason. That was weird. Also, since the combat system is this, okay, it's only turn-based, you don't need fast reactions whatsoever, you just need to think and move your cursor around and click things. It is actually pretty playable using the GTX 750 Ti. Aside from the stuttering issues, even if it drops here and there from 30 FPS, it will be playable. Where is this guy, by the way? Oh. Yeah. Oh, he's still here. Why are you here? Buddy, regroup with your team, please. Ungroup? No, regroup, please. What the hell are you doing here? You know what? This is perfect. I will leave them fighting the other bastards. Well, actually, they're not going to do anything, because it's turn-based, as I told you. And now we can walk around the city with this guy. That is good. Thank you very much for not following your team around. Oh, I remember playing through this city with the GT 1030. Yes, going here, and the 1030 dropped into the low 20s. This one is also dropping into the low 20s. So it doesn't happen that often, but it will still drop to like 22 or 21 or whatever. Fortunately, though, it's not really dropping into the teens like the 1030 did. So there's that, and I'm not going to test FSR because FSR looked absolutely terrible, okay? I'm just going to show you how it looks. It's FSR 1.0 in this game. If you set it to ultra quality at 720p, it's... Look at this crap. You can see circles on the ground for some reason, and they move when you move the camera as well. They were still noticeable at native resolution, but this is way more noticeable. And that vegetation is so bad looking at 720p with FSR that I wouldn't use it. Obviously, if you're playing on a really small monitor, like an 11-inch monitor, 12-inch monitor, if those exist. I guess they do with those, like, external USB-C monitors or whatever. Well, it might look decent, but I wouldn't do this, okay? At least it's getting like 30 plus even here, which is interesting. Let's take a look at this area from there, because it dropped to 22 here, remember that? Yeah, that's not bad. We got at least like 10 more FPS than previously. Alright, so FSR does quite a bit better of a job with the GTX 750 Ti in terms of performance compared to the GT 1030 because of that bandwidth probably, but it looks so bad that I would just play it without it, honestly. I don't really care about a few drops here and there sometimes. I still think this is playable with like 25 FPS, let's say. So let's go ahead and play in the foresty area with a lot more vegetation, which is GPU intensive. Alright guys, we're playing here. As you can see, it looks absolutely terrible because FSR is still enabled. Look at this over here. Oh my god. It is awful, awful looking here, guys. Damn. It should stutter a little bit less because now the CPU usage isn't completely maxed out like 90% of the time. Alright. But over here, which is very, very intensive, it is dropping into the low 30s and even high 20s. Look at that! Mid-20s! Damn, I saw 26 there for a second. Alright, let's stop it here, though. Yeah, 26, 27 is what we're getting with FSR enabled. I thought it was going to perform a little bit better in this area, honestly. Especially because a ton of people tell me that I should not test GPUs here, because in Act 3 or the city is way, way more intensive. But yeah, it gets more intensive for the GPU at least over in this area. Disabling FSR looks insanely better. Like, this is night and day difference here. But we do get a few less FPS, like 3 less FPS over here. And we're now well into 20s territory. And possibly dropping into the teens? I don't know. We saw like 23 already, right? That's not great. But I guess it's still playable. Look at that. Still reaches 40 frames per second when we don't have any vegetation on screen. I mean, it could be worse, right? Oh, no. No, 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 no. We're going to go into a cutscene here. No, god damn it. I don't want to. I don't want to. Leave. Leave. Do not. Okay. Oh. Oh, no, I made it. I made it. No, it's not a failure. I got the bonus there. What is going to happen then? Am I gonna die? Also, I'm sorry about the sound of the game. It's a bit weird today. Don't know why. Okay, we're done with this. Let's start counting the FPS again because that wrecked our 1% lows. Anyways, the average will be above 30 FPS, which is decent. It's just that the 1% lows are always gonna be below 30 because it drops quite a lot. Still, I think this is pretty reasonable performance from a 9-year-old GPU like the 750 Ti. I would probably not buy the game at full price to play on this GPU, honestly. You should probably upgrade it to something like a GTX 970 at least, which will be like twice as powerful, more than twice as powerful as the 750 Ti, so that should have no issues playing Baldur's Gate 3. It's also the minimum requirements GPU, so yeah, it should work. But if you're fine with this experience and you find the game for like $15 in the future, Sure, go for it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.